Now, as mass protests against the Ayatollah Khamenei regime continue to intensify, the Indian embassy in Tehran has issued an urgent advisory asking all Indian nationals stranded in Iran to leave the country immediately. The advisory applies to everyone, business persons, students, pilgrims and tourists, and urges Indians to use all available means, including commercial flights, to exit Iran at the earliest. The warning comes as a death toll in the nationwide protests, which has surged to at least 2,571 people, emphasizing the rapidly deteriorating security situation. The embassy has asked Indian citizens to remain in constant touch, keep their travel and identification documents ready, and closely monitor local developments. Indians have also been advised to avoid protest sites and large gatherings, exercise extreme caution, and follow updates through local media. Though not yet registered with the embassy, have been asked to do so immediately. Emergency helpline numbers and email support has also been activated to assist those seeking help. Meanwhile, the crisis inside Iran is deepening. Weeks of protests show no signs of slowing, even as Iran's judiciary has signaled fast-track trials and executions for those detained during the demonstrations. US President Donald Trump has weighed in, urging protesters to take control of their institutions and not back down. Trump said assistance was on its way without offering specifics and called on Tehran to show humanity as the crackdown continues. He described the scale of killings as significant and said his administration would act accordingly. Amid rising tensions, some personnel have reportedly been advised to leave the US military's Al Udeid Air Base in Qatar, the largest American base in West Asia, adding to concerns of a wider regional fallout. Iran has briefly shut its airspace on Wednesday, allowing only international flights with official permission, citing security concerns, according to the U.S. Federal Aviation Administration. The move comes amid sharply rising regional tensions as the United States began withdrawing some personnel from military bases in the Middle East. Iran has warned that it would strike American facilities if Washington launches an attack, heightening fears of escalation. The closure disrupted global air traffic, with several airlines avoiding Iranian airspace due to increased missile and drone risks. Carriers affected included Indigo, Lufthansa, Aeroflot, as operators reassess flight paths across West Asia. Indian Airlines confirmed disruptions. Indigo said some of its international services were impacted following Iran's sudden airspace shutdown. Air India, meanwhile, said flights that normally overfly Iranian airspace are now being rerouted through alternate corridors that could result in longer flight times and delays. Aviation authorities and airlines continue to monitor the situation closely as uncertainty persists over the duration of the restrictions and the broader security outlook in the region. Meanwhile, US President Donald Trump said he had been informed that killings linked to Iran's crackdown on nationwide protests are easing and that there was currently no plan for large-scale executions. Iran's leadership is struggling to contain what has been described as one of the most severe domestic unrest in the Islamic Republic's history, while also trying to deter President Trump's repeated warnings of possible US intervention in support of anti-government protesters.
We have been notified and pretty strongly, but we'll find out what that all means. But we've been told that the killing in Iran is stopping, and it's stopped, and it's stopping. And there's no plan for executions or executions. We're going to watch it and see what the process is, but we were given a very good statement by people that are aware of what's going on.